I thought all of this stuff was addressed, but cats still want to hit home with the racial nonsense. It's always racial every time you have a disagreement with them. Every time you're not feeling what I guess they want you to feel about Triple G. Look, man, I put this out over a year ago about Triple G and him being a fraud and all of this stuff. And as soon as you start your videos off like this, they want to hit the thumbs down and they want to get in your comment section. And all of these race baiters and all of these haters want to get in the comment section and get crazy. Look, it is what it is. If you like the guy, you like the guy. Nobody's telling you not to like Triple G. You know, you can't change my mind about how I feel about the cat. And I can't change your mind about Triple G. The bottom line is this. Facts are facts. Andre Ward called the guy out a few years ago. The dude declined the offer. All of a sudden, Ward had to go on legal, take care of his legal issues. All of a sudden, the tables were turned. All of a sudden, Andre Ward is a problem. Andre Ward is the one that doesn't want to fight. Andre Ward disappeared. Andre Ward doesn't have a fan base. Is this, is that, and then the fans run over to Triple G after Manny Pacquiao gets dismantled. Floyd dismantled this guy. They don't want to admit to that. They sat there and they watched the fight just like millions of other people. I watched the fight. All of the boxing community watched the fight. And everybody saw what happened. The crowd was quiet. After, 2 or 3 rounds had gone through, they were quiet. I mean, if Manny Pacquiao was winning the fight, what do they have to be quiet about? If you watch the Manny Pacquiao fight, you know good and well that the audience is always going crazy every time this dude lifts a finger, like he Michael Jackson or something. Mike used to stand there before the curtains rose up. And the crowd used to go crazy while he was just standing there. And as soon as he turned his head to the side, they went crazy. And that's exactly what Manny Pacquiao fans would do. But they weren't able to do that during that Floyd Mayweather fight. Now I got all of these haters on here commenting on videos I put out over a year ago about Triple G. Nigger this, nigger that. Nigger, you don't know anything about boxing. Why are you hating on Triple G? You're hating on Triple G because he's white. I mean, I never thought I'd see this day. And this one guy, he made perfect sense. He goes into this whole spiel about, how blacks dominated the sport for quite some time. And then, you had the Mexicans come in and the Mexicans were dominating. Mexicans and blacks have been kind of hand in hand with this thing. But as far as just having dominant champions reigning in boxing for a long time. Blacks have always dominated the sport. Now it is the Latin community. It's more of them than it is us in the sport that's dominating. It's not a race thing. You can turn it into a race thing because boxing is based on race. I mean, but I'm not gonna sit here and sound like a complete clown, acting like I hate people that are non-black. It doesn't make any sense. This guy tried to hit me over the head, with this one guy. He goes into, oh well, I bet you have never watched Kovalov fight before. I bet you've never watched the Klitschko's fight before. I bet you've never watched Fury fight before. And it's just like, dude, I mean, that's how you know they're not avid followers of the sport. And on top of that, you haven't followed my channel. You haven't followed any of the videos that I put out. Klitschko's dominated, for a long time in the sport. Dominated the heavyweight division. Why am I gonna hate on the Klitschko's for dominating the heavyweight division? They dominated. Yeah, you got tired of seeing them guys, go in and fight nobodies and this and that. But they did go in and dismantle guys, and they took. My thing with the Klitschko's is that they defended the title after they won the title multiple times and they couldn't be beat. So you can't say, what can you say about that? You can't say anything about that. They dominated. So I don't have anything to say about that. They cleaned out the division and they dominated. What more can you say? Okay, moving on. It's not, you know, I mean, people want to make it white versus black, or Mexican versus black, or black versus Mexican, or blacks can't stand Asians because Manny Pacquiao is so great, this and that. Man, everybody wants a champion. I put that video out over a year ago. Everybody wants a champion, man. Who doesn't want a champion? Who doesn't want somebody that looks like you, sound like you, talk like you, think like you, come from where you come from, be it rich or poor, uh, as far as status goes in life or social status, what have you. Who doesn't want somebody to represent them? Like, why can't I like who I like? Why can't you like who you like? I mean, you have that right to like who you like. But let's get to the real deal. It's just becoming real silly now and stupid. And I said this in two other videos. It is, I mean, it's majorly stupid now. I'm gonna go over my 8-minute limit here, man. But you know, if you're happy to have a guy to represent you and represent your culture, and for somebody that you can take pride in, then by all means take pride.